Welcome back. It's time to go on and get some stuff sorted here at the deserted mine, because it's got a monster. Let's get rid of this threat swiftly. Wherever it is. That's the question. Where was the ladder in here? Let's get that sorted, because I need a little bit of healing. I'm sure there was a ladder around so I could get to the end quickly. I don't know what... Ah. Watch out, mushroom. Wasn't there also a monster chest in here I should look into? I didn't want to face you. Oh, shy. It sounded like he sneezed. Like, ah, sure. Oh. Okay, you okay, Randy? I'm sure there was a monster chest. May as well get that going. Why does it look like... Yeah. I was just wondering, like, Lloyd had a bit missing on one of his bars. I was like, wait, shouldn't that have got it back? Like, no. Exterminate. Let's see here. Encourage. Seems like I like a bigger area, so that'd be good. Oh, these are fairly simple. Stop sneezing. Oh. Well, now we know. 32. It's like I want the big areas. I've got the small and the medium. But we'll do it. Just looking at that crit, eyeing it up. So I can get 4 there. I'm gonna go there, because get the ones closest to us and get 4. A bit annoying on the speed being down there. Alright, get it. Fat press. Get it. Hi. No, wait. Yeah, I'm not gonna be close enough. Alright, we're away now. Normal attacks it is. It's just the numbers. You gotta pin the numbers and then you'll be fine. There we go. Quelling smash. Ooh. Look at that. It was hiding a craft book. I think this one is geared towards Tio and Noel styles. Shall we begin testing it, Noel? I'm game if you are. Let's do this, Tio. Tio and Noel learned Blast Hammer. I submit... we know how it works. Where was this monster chest, though? Because I might as well give it a go while I'm here. Did I do it? I'm sure there was another one. Oh. Near the ladder. Yes. Monsters appeared. Yeah, this is why this one's difficult. This damn speed is... Again, similar thing. Gotta try and give me the numbers quickly. So whether or not we can do enough damage here with S-crafts will be a test of if we can actually do it to me. Maybe. Just depends if we get lucky here and there. Yeah, we get it. You're moving around. Let's go with the heal. Nice. Still hitting us though. Move them away from each other. I want them together. You fool. Okay. Really should go with a heal, shouldn't I? And that was just that was just great before, so it's sort of like the crash bomb again. Just keep that totaled up. Very yeast type soundtrack here, isn't it? That's what I'm feeling here. It just feels very, very yeast. Is there anything I think of that would be sort of worth it there? Even like vulnerable to Earth. Guess we'll find out. Heiyue getting some lovely things coming back our way now. Yosh. Hello. Like, screw it. And maybe if I can kill enough and knock things back enough and all this type of stuff, maybe get the team rush. Maybe. Chances were slim that I'd kill enough and somehow delay them somehow. It's unlikely. We're in a very, very good position now, aren't we? That's fine, that's fine. Well, I was going to say it's fine because I can get it back up. A 32. We've seen it already this time, what do I say? There we go. Oh, that's going to be a graceful end then, but no. Oh, well. Ooh, 247 water. Jupiter Bell. Oh, these? My looties. My massive hecking quartzies. My space-bending, wind-flapping, gravity-welling... magic orbs. Welling. Okay. Let's see what we got there in terms of quartz, though. Jupiter Bell. Connect immediately after using wind arts. Like, same again. Do we have anyone who really uses wind arts? Like, no. Put that there. Really? Then you have quite a few. Just from that alone. There we go. Right, so let's get off to Ursula. Ugh, I felt weird. Let's heal up though. Bum 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 bum. Ursula. Well, I need the car, don't I? I was like, how could I not instantly teleport there? Normally I can teleport. Where has this mythology gone? Okay, Ursula. Why can't I drive to Mission? Ah, lovely peaceful music. Hello and welcome to St. Ursula Medical College. If you happen to be here to see Dr. Sayland, I saw her walk into the courtyard not long ago. She has been spending a lot of time there lately. She must have a lot on her mind. Dr. Sayland has been spending a lot of time in the courtyard lately. I wonder if she has a lot on her mind. Probably does. Everyone believed the surgery would be a success because Dr. Sayland was the one leading it. Maybe Shizuku's eyesight can't be recovered with current medical technology and treatments. Oh. Let me guess. The mayor's proposal has been the talk of the town, right? I understand where he's coming from as a Crossbell, and I think many of us would feel the same in his shoes. Personally, I'm in favor of independence. All I'm thinking is this idea of like, I've had it for a while and way back, just this idea that Arios is going to betray us. Which is very much backed up by things at certain points, and it's sort of just going with that idea of the road to Gehenna is paved with good intentions. I'm feeling it's that sort of thing. Arios is going to be the bad guy in the sense of he's a good guy. And what he's after is his daughter's eyesight back. And it's going to be connected to that, isn't it? He's going to do something where it's like, if you do this for us, like, your daughter's eyesight will be restored. Like, impossible. It's like, look, we can do it now for a little while. Like, oh, look, she can see again. And then they snatch it away, sort of thing. He's like, well, I have to work with you for the sake of my daughter. That's where I think it's going with Arios. It's that idea of, like, he's very connected to Croy, and I don't think Croy's a bad guy. I think he's a good guy who's going to do something stupid. Personally, I support the mayor's proposal for independence. You have to remember to vote in the upcoming referendum. Yes, you must. Dr. Sayland? Oh, hello. My apologies, but I need some time alone to think. She must have a lot on her mind after Shizuku's surgery. Yeah, she was the operating surgeon. Dr. Sayland looks like she's deep in thought. We should leave her be today. Flashing. Notice that Lighton has been helping a lot with surgeries and doing frequent rounds around the hospital. He's only on a completely different level than a freshman like me. Well, Lighton has been like that since what happened to his old teacher this past spring. You need to remember to be patient. The only way to get there is to study, 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 and study some more. Laura has a point. I'll never get there by being impatient. But I'm not ready to agree with her about reading anatomy books while eating. Lighton has been going 100 cells per hour studying ever since what happened to his former teacher this past spring. Not going to let him outdo me when it comes to hitting the textbook. Still, his progress makes sense after all the experience he's been gaining. Fair enough. Arios has been staying here for a while to help Shizuku recover from her most recent surgery. She's been happier and stronger, having her daddy by her side. Still, I heard it didn't go as planned, and her eyesight still hasn't recovered. Ah, poor Shizuku. Fair enough. Arias McLean has been staying with us for a while. He was clearly on edge while his daughter was undergoing surgery. Everyone in Crossbell knows and worships him as a hero, the divine blade of wind, but he's still just a man. Seeing him in that state, it dawned on me that he's like any other father who loves his daughter. Arias was constantly on edge while his daughter was undergoing surgery. Seeing him in that state, it dawned on me that like any other father who loves his daughter. That's what it's gonna boil down to, I feel. All for the sake of his daughter, he's gonna do something really stupid. Not seeing anything in the way of, like, crime on Crossbell and cuisine. No, we had it. That's what I was looking for, so anything like that. The day Michael was discharged from the hospital, I gave Mayfa my big hanky because she was crying. I thought it worked at first because she stopped crying, but then I realized she was giving me a really nasty stare. What was that for? She didn't even give me back my big hanky afterward. Wonder why Mayfa stole my hanky like that. It was so inconsiderate. I was the one who found it in the dorms. It's the best hanky I've ever had, so pretty and soft to the touch. This is the way to the research ward, isn't it? We don't have any business there right now. Be careful going into certain rooms. Like the linen room. It's employees only. There's barely anyone in this hospital, which is good. Watching Michael so happily wave his hand goodbye as he was leaving got me to cry. Sirone silently handed me her handkerchief to cry into. That girl is surprisingly thoughtful sometimes. So I took a closer look and realized she had handed me my favorite skirt that I had thought I lost. Had it not been such an emotional wreck, I would have laid into Sirone pretty good right there and then. While ignoring her stupidity, that was still a great day. I was so happy and proud of Michael. I'm just thinking about the skirt and stuff. By now, he should be living happily with his parents in Lamont State again. Good for him. At least one of the kids here ended up doing well. I'm too young to be hospitalized like this. Pretty too. And it's for throwing out my back. Feel like an old lady. Dr. Beldine's exams are so thorough and considerate. I'm happy to be in the hands of skilled doctors at St. Ursula. Shizuku's condition is complex and involves 3 different fields: surgery, internal medicine, and neurology. Some may think recovering her vision to be impossible, but I still believe there's hope. In that sense, chasing after such a faint hope may ultimately be more painful than the disappointment of simply giving up. Nevertheless, if Arios and Shizuku have the courage to continue fighting, then so do I. Chasing after a faint hope may ultimately be more painful than the disappointment of simply giving up. Nevertheless, if Arios and Shizuku have the courage to continue fighting, then so do I. I was standing around feeling depressed about Shizuku's surgery, when the head nurse suddenly gave me a slap on the butt. That was a surprise. Did she have to do it so hard? It still kind of stings. Can't deny that it worked, though. I'm suddenly feeling a lot more chipper and ready to tackle work today. That slap on the butt sure did perk me up. Martha must have the magic touch. Maybe too much, though. I still feel the sting of her hand on me. I expected something from Randy there, but nothing. Morale at the hospital has been low since Shizuku's operation. However, now is when everyone needs nurses to smile more than ever before. You're right. We know just how valuable a smile can be, having Kia in our lives. I'm sure you can provide the same pick-me-up for the patients, Cecile. Yes, if anyone can melt their worries away, it's you, Cecile. It's kind of you to say. Hospital's morale may be down, but Shizuku hasn't stopped looking forward. There's no reason for us to look back. The value of a warm smile is highest when times are at their lowest. Nurses have a duty to relieve their patients' anxiety, after all. Spirits are low among the staff and the faculty today. Spirits are low among the staff and faculty today. It's understandable after how invested the entire hospital was in Shizuku's latest surgery. However, that's no excuse for wearing sullen expressions on our faces. There are other patients who need us. In times like these, we need to give them hope. I understand why everyone is depressed right now, but we need to work to get ourselves out of this rut. Even if it's a facade, there's still merit to putting on a smile for the sake of our patients and ourselves. You should give it a try, too. I'll try. I should really speak to you first. I don't think the results of Shizuku's surgery are all bad. There are pros and cons. The fact that her eyesight recovered even a little bit is a step in the right direction. We're getting closer. I just know it. Now isn't the time for us to falter. Finally feels like we've taken a step in the right direction towards recovering Shizuku's eyesight. That in itself is impressive. Still, I'm unsure the patient herself has her own reservations. That's to be expected. You have nothing but free time on your hands when you're hospitalized. Maybe I should binge on all of the books I brought with me. I'm in for a simple operation. Shouldn't take too long before I'm back on my feet. Still, being away from my family for any period of time makes me worry. But my husband is taking care of the kids, at least making sure they have proper meals. Oh, stuck behind a curtain. I heard there's a long wait for exams. This is probably going to take a while. Nothing like being in a hospital waiting room all day. At my last checkup, I was told to cut back on sweets. I know they're bad for me, but they're so good. Making lifestyle changes is hard. To make matters worse, I still sometimes reach for sweet things without thinking about it. I need to be more careful. Yep. I know how you feel, mate. Shizuku has had several surgeries to attempt to restore her vision before. However, none have been successful, obviously. That's despite having the best doctors on the continent here. I can only imagine the anguish that she and Arias are going through. Shizuku has had several surgeries, but obviously, none of them have been successful in restoring her vision. I can only imagine the anguish that she and Arias are going through. Yeah. This is bad. I feel the morale of the doctors and the interns dropping. There were high hopes that Shizuku's surgery was going to be successful. Moping about won't get us anywhere. It's hard not to be disheartened. For the sake of all our patients, we're going to have to shake this feeling. It can't continue. To find a way to fight this drop in morale for the sake of the patients. Shizuku's most recent surgery centered around a groundbreaking new procedure that was developed by Dr. Sayland. Interest in the procedure from the medical field has been high, and we recovered some of the respect we lost after what happened this spring. However, now isn't the time to celebrate that. The operation wasn't a success after all. Dr. Sayland's groundbreaking new technique helps Ursula recover the trust it lost within the medical field. However, now is not the time to celebrate that, when the operation had been successful. Yes. I commute to this hospital quite a bit. There are even surgeons working here. Talk about peace of mind. Saw a couple of doctors having an argument in front of the exam room. Come to think of it, a lot of the staff here seem to be troubled. Did something happen? Yes, something did happen. Dr. Salin's surgical technique is flawless on paper and revolutionary in the field of healthcare. So what went wrong? Could the operation have been a failure due to your incompetence? You pompous son of a... If it's anyone's fault, it was yours. You're the one whose hands were the least experienced in there. What did you just say? You want a piece of me? Like, guys, I'll let that one slide. This time. Yeah, me too. Aww. The senior staff assisted Dr. Salin in the surgery, so we're all feeling the same frustration she is. Will our failure cause the poor little girl to spiral into despair? That is my only concern. I need to calm down. Yes, everyone needs to calm down. Well, there's good news. Your condition has improved greatly since you were first hospitalized, Mr. Quinn. Are you sure? Yes, though we still need to keep tabs on your progress from here on out. To rejoice that you won't have to be hospitalized again. Isn't that good news, Grandpa? You're healthy now and you don't have to stay in the hospital. Yeah, it's wonderful. I'm so happy for Grandpa. I knew his medicine was good for him. Well, yeah, that's the point of it. It reminds me of a time I had a patient who was cured after discovering how much he loved theatre. Finding things that make you happy can be the best medicine. I'm glad Quinn found that by spending time with Amisa. I see. You never know what they could tell you, so I've been reluctant to come. Just thought it'd end up like this. All thanks to Amisa. It is. It is. Shizuku's surgery had the most advanced medical equipment on the continent and cutting-edge surgical technique backing it. Yet it still failed. So damn frustrating. I don't want it to end like this. Shizuku believed in us. We can't give up. I devoted my life to researching the development of medical equipment, all in the hopes of helping people. Letting Shizuku down like this, it's inexcusable. She believed in us. I know the surgery wasn't a success, but I think the doctors did all they could. And don't get me wrong, it's a shame that Shizuku's eyesight hasn't been recovered. I don't think we should lose hope. But personally, I don't believe the doctors have anything to be ashamed of. I want to see them recover from this slump too. That was slightly different. Personally, I don't believe they have anything to be ashamed of. I want to see them recover from this rut too. It's just the word rut. Like, oh, slightly different. But I am thinking we should probably end this part here then. Might be slightly short because I'm just thinking like we'll start up with the story stuff again in the next part. Like this will be like the nail in the rounds. Like the big rounds of this chapter sort of thing. Calvard Spy. And in the next part we'll see what's going on in Shizuku's room and then carry on, you know, that sort of thing. So, we'll see you in the next part. Ta-da for now.